Department of Small and Local Business Development, as you know, supports the growth and economic development of small businesses within the district. And some of our programs include the CBE program, which is the Certified Business Program. It's a set aside for certified businesses within the district. It's not minority based. It's based on being headquartered within the district and meeting other certain prerequisites. Our Export DC program supports businesses that are interested in exporting their services or products overseas, internationally. We have a new Made in DC program. Ms. Evie, I think you might be interested in that. There's also a Made in DC store in DuPont Circle, and I've heard there may be one coming to our area soon, and it supports DC makers. If you manufacture your product in the district, Made in DC is a good program for you. They provide lots of support for the DC makers. We have a new product out, which is called the Business Toolkit, and it can be located at dslbd.dc.gov/toolkit. And what it is, it's a one-stop shop. And on the toolkit, you can, if you enter your information, what you're looking for, and it will send you to that website. So if you're looking for something involving registrations or permits, certificates, it will direct you to DCRA. If you're looking for CBE certification, it will send you to our new website to certify. And everything that's listed here, corporate entity, finding a business mentor, one-stop shop, our Business Toolkit website. And since this presentation was done, it's been updated, so it's very helpful and very user-friendly. Now, this is something that we're very excited about, our new Access to Capital program. We are piloting a microloan program to provide financing to not only district-based businesses, but district residents that are interested in becoming entrepreneurs, startups, and it's called District Capitalize. DCPTAC is the program that I work with, and we provide one-on-one counseling and competitive insight, and we work hand in hand with business opportunities. We identify business opportunities as well, but we actually do provide technical assistance, meaning that we do market research, we search the government websites such as FPDS, which is the Federal Procurement Data System, FBO, and other tools that we have at our disposal to identify opportunities based on your company's past performance, based on your relationships, based on other identifiers that you have within your company, and we work with you to connect you to either federal, state, or local opportunities. We also hold training events, outreach events, education sessions, meet and greets with various government agencies. We have relationships within the district government and the federal government.
So for those who are not familiar with the Coalition for Nonprofit Housing and Economic Development, also known as CNHED, we are a community development association for the District of Columbia. We represent about 140 member organizations that are both for-profit and nonprofit. We work both with housing developers, both for-profit and nonprofit, and also we work with the whole spectrum of organizations that are involved in community economic development. My area or portfolio of work is involved with economic development. I came on board to CNHED to really fashion a framework for how we were going to address issues around economic development, because everyone has known CNHED, the coalition, for our work around housing. If anyone is familiar with the Housing Production Trust Fund and the $100 million to support affordable housing, our organization has been instrumental in making sure that that funding was made available and the creation of the trust fund. But there was really not serious concentration on what do we do to help small businesses, how do we work with commercial corridors, and also workforce. And so my job was to kind of come up with a platform, and over the course of the last couple of years, I've been fortunate to work with a really interesting group of stakeholders all throughout the district, but primarily in low and moderate income neighborhoods. And so over the course of a couple of years, what I've been able to do in partnership with my colleagues and also in partnership with district agencies and our members and stakeholders is to carve out a strategy that focuses on small businesses, small business technical assistance support organizations. These are the organizations that work with small businesses. And then also work with neighborhood commercial corridors and as well as workforce development providers. So, and how CNHED works is we as a coalition, we kind of build consensus and gather input from our members. So every month we have monthly meetings or committee meetings. We also have working group meetings every month in those areas. And we come together, we talk about what some of the issues are, and we then move forward with trying to figure out how do we address those particular issues. What's unique about CNHED as an association is that we get to address the issues that impact residents in their ability to get the services that they need, the programming that they need, and then also to work with organizations that are also dependent on or have provide services to district residents. So for example, the Small Business Technical Assistance Program, SBTA, and I'll talk about that program shortly. And so we advocate. We are involved in policy, legislation. We will advocate for legislation. We are involved in drafting legislation as well as budget advocacy. So for all of you know that the budget season is just over, and we've been very instrumental in trying to ensure that some of the programs that you rely on, that their funding is still made available for those programs. So WAKIF is based in Ward 5. They receive funding from DHCD to provide technical assistance, but they also are a CDFI, they are a community lender. So if you're a business, you want to know about an organization like WAKIF because they are a community lender. If you don't feel confident that you can go to a bank and get a loan, you might want to consider going to a community lender. So there are a handful of organizations that are fit in that category here in the district. So we try to update this as much as we can. The information, if you go to the website, you can find out and search to figure out who's in your neighborhood or in your area, your ward, or if they are focused on a specific area of business that you're interested in, or if you're trying to figure out how do I rebrand my business, you may do a search to figure out which one of these organizations might best serve me or help me. So I will again leave this for you. Another thing that we were instrumental in doing is another website called DC Small Biz Loans, which provides information about there are about 4 or 5 CDFIs, community lenders in the district. WAKIF is one of them, LEDC. These are 2 of the largest CDFIs in the district. That's the Latin American, I'm blanking on the
Latino
Economic Development, thank you, Center. But they serve everybody, so you don't have to be Latino to be able to get funding from them. We have 2 websites that might be of interest to you. We have the Small Business, DC Small Biz Help website. I have information that I'll leave for you for those who are interested. It basically provides all the information about organizations that provide services to small businesses. So there are a plethora of organizations that provide services, but many of them provide at a cost, but all of these, or the majority of these, provide at free or a nominal cost. And many of these organizations, I think about 12 of them, receive funding from the district, government to be able to provide services. So for example, how many have heard of WAKIF? Anybody else in the room? So WAKIF is based in Ward 5. They receive funding from DHCD to provide technical assistance, but they also are a CDFI, they are a community lender. So if you're a business, you want to know about an organization like WAKIF, because they are a community lender. If you don't feel confident that you can go to a bank and get a loan, you might want to consider going to a community lender. So there are a handful of organizations that are fit in that category here in the district.